mat. Let's begin on the spine. We'll focus a little bit on flossing through your spine today. Getting some movement, some fluidity there. Get out all those little stuck points first thing in the morning. So feet could be planted, especially first thing. If there's issues in low back, or legs could be long. As we begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And just breathe here. Long, deep breaths. Open and close the hands. The legs are extended. Maybe you do the same thing with the feet. Flex and point, flex and point. Maybe quickly today. Then roll the wrists and ankles. And reverse. Lovely. Slide the feet in toward yourself. Give your knees a hug into the chest. And that little rock across back of pelvis. I'll massage first thing in the morning. Make some circles one way. Really hug the knees in and around. In and around. And take your knees the opposite direction. Just a few more. Nice. Another little squeeze. Let the low back round. And as you do this, maybe a little lull of the head side to side. If it feels ready to move through the neck. In this flexed position of low back. Then pause in the center, return the feet to the earth. Arms can plant nice and heavy. Rock the pelvis. So tilt the pelvis toward yourself and then away or neutral. Tilt it toward yourself. The low back imprints or comes closer to the mat and then release. So this little pelvic tilt. Sensing into low back. Linger here. Notice the breath pattern. Perhaps it's an exhale on the imprint. Inhale to release or arch. And now feel a little more of the spine off. Just the sacrum lifts, the diamond bone in your spine, and then lower. And then curl and lower. Let's continue here. Grounded ribs and mid-spine for now. And a little higher, perhaps that mid-back also peels off the earth. Heavy in the shoulders. Then a little higher, so those low ribs start to lighten and then soften toward the earth as the rest of the spine articulates down. Again, roll up and down. Continue with your rolls. One more time. lower, and then lift. And pause as the arms circle overhead and then around to your sides. The pelvis just stays lifted. Arms reach overhead and circle. So we're in our bridge pose, finding strength through the feet, pressing the pelvis toward the sky. Next time the arms circle, reach them overhead, and then allow the low ribs to ground and the rest of the spine to roll down. Circle the arms around and one little knee hug, one little lengthen of the legs, and reground those feet. This time, the rock of the pelvis is side to side. So it's like your pelvis is a boat, heavy the left side, heavy the right side. It's rocking on the waves here. And try, unlike me, to minimize the movement in your knees. So in the really from the hips. Instead, it's a rock from the pelvis. Just a little bit of knee movement. It's going to feel a little awkward. Let's do one more each side. Nice. And press into those feet. Peel the spine off the earth till you get to the top of your bridge. Here, dip one side of the pelvis down just a little and exhale to squeeze it up. Other side dips, squeeze it up. So you can feel the pelvis moves. Little dip, little lift, little dip, little lift. Let's do one more each side. Lift, arms reach overhead and lower the spine down and then arms circle. Inhale to peel. Arms reach. Exhale to lower and circle those arms. So it's an inhale to peel today, a little different. And exhale to lower spine and circle. Continue here. Preparing the body. Final time, peel. Circle the arms, lower through the spine, hug the knees in toward the chest. Since I know you have a healthy spine here, you can rock up and down it. If not, you could always meet in boat. And meet at the top. Feet can plant around hips distance apart, so like train tracks. And we'll round through the low back and sit up tall. So kind of this modified boat or reverse ab curl from Pilates. Exhale to draw back. Inhale to sit up tall. One more time. Curl back. Sit up tall. Lengthen those legs. Arms will circle and forward fold. Hands press into your shins. Halfway lift, inhale. And round. Press your hands. Halfway lift. And round. Again, roll up through the spine. And round again. Sit up tall. Those hands can come behind the body as you plant one foot and then the other. Lift through the hips, only to walk those hands to the front short edge of your mat. Lengthen those legs and take the feet to the outsides of your mat. So just shoulder distance apart or so as you bend to straight with the legs. Few times, warming the hips.
We'll bend, hands come to the thighs, just not on the knee. See if you can round through the spine to roll up and reach those arms overhead. Hands can draw into the heart center as you bend the knees and fold. Walk, walk, walk the feet in this time. So they're train tracks. So they're hip distance apart. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Take another inhale as you rock on the feet. Inhale, exhale, rock on the feet. We want in this roll, well, it's actually called roll down, starting at the bottom. We want the weight in the forefoot more so. So lightening your heels. Inhale again. And exhale to start to press through the feet and roll up through the spine, more Pilates style, so we can get more articulation here. Nice and slow. And the head will lift up last. Arms can circle overhead. And we'll dive down here. So we'll roll actually through the spine, roll through the spine. Let the head dip. Let the rest of the spine slowly, slowly follow. At the bottom, place the hands on the earth. Step back with that left foot. Let the shin come down to the earth. Arms can reach up here, torso lifts, and then your hands draw to your heart center. A little rock forward and back here. Also prepare our hips. One more time, back and forward. That right hand will plant, rotate toward the left knee. This top hand, weave it underneath that left thigh. So it'll be a little bit awkward here. And then reach it high, rotate open. And then close and opens this elephant trunk. There's a rotation through the spine. Press through that right hand. One more time, open. Maybe that arm can reach over the ear. And then frame the front foot. Lift the back knee off. Little rock. Little rock. Then step back into plank. Perhaps the knees come down. It's early in practice. Lower, 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 all the way to the mat. Hands or not shins. These are your forearms. Forearms press into the earth here. And also heavy through the legs to the base of the pelvis. And little circles with your nose for the neck. Little mini circles. They might grow over time. And reverse your circles. And then pause, drop the chin. And look up. Drop the chin. And look up. One more time. Drop chin. Look up. Inhale. And exhale to lower back onto the belly. Slide those hands closer to the shoulders where they feel nice and strong to press up with a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal those feet. And then walk the feet in toward the front edge of your mat. Widen them to that shoulder distance again. Bend to straight. Bend to straight. Bend the knees richly. Your hands press into the thighs. Round through the spine, roll up. Extend those arms into that star position. And hands come into prayer as you bend the knees and fold again. Walk or step those feet toward one another, hip distance, hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, little rock forward, weight into the forefoot. And exhale to start to roll up through the spine. The legs can be bent or they can be long. It's early in the morning. Head comes up last. Arms can reach. And tumble the head forward and round through upper back. There's trees in the way. Mid back. Low back. Back and return to the fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold and step back with that left foot this time. Let the shin come down. Lift up through the upper body. And hands will meet at your heart. That, oh yeah, little rock. Little rock here, little rock forward and back before the rotation. And into the hips. Press through the foot and through the shin of the back leg. Now, left hand comes down. Rotate toward the right and thread that arm underneath the leg. Again, open and close. A few times. Rotation is so healthy for the spine. Let's do 2 more. Last one, open. That right arm reaches over the ear. And then frame the front foot. Lift the back knee off. Little rock. And then pause. Find your plank. Lower the knees if you'd like. And find your belly nice and slow. Then tent the fingers. If you're on the fingers, the arms are a little wider than shoulder distance here. And press through the base of the pelvis as you inhale to roll up through upper spine and down. And you could let the neck follow here today if you'd like. So chin is slightly tucked as we rise, and then releases a little as we lower. So releases from the neck. Little wave here. And that press of the base of the pelvis, very important. Lightening the belly button here. This is too much. Regular back bend with the arms and cactus. Let's do 2 more this way. Last one through center. Then look to your left and come up. And then look to center as you lower. Look to your right as you come up. And center with the head to lower. So you're turning the head if this feels okay. Do 1 more each way. Final time. Nice. Lower right back down. Draw the hands closer to the body. Press them into the earth so you can lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Let's pedal those feet. Now, bend the knees to hover and then draw them right back into down dog. Bend the knees to hover and right back to down dog. For now, keeping the spine just neutral, natural curves. 1 more hover, find kind of a tabletop here. And then let the knees settle back down. Round through the low back as you squeeze the thighs toward one another. And return. So see how much of this you can keep in low back. Round low back and return. A squeeze and exhale.
will help. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Round. Return to neutral. A little rock with a neutral spine. Then pause. Round the low back. A little rock with a rounded spine. Rounded low spine. Nice. Tuck those toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk, walk, walk to the front of your mat. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. And let's roll up through the spine. Inhale as the arms circle overhead and meet at heart center. Step back with that right leg, short stance, warrior one. Lengthen the lead leg as the arms reach overhead and fold forward. Lengthen through the spine, inhale. And exhale to rotate toward the left. And return the hand to center or to the mat. Bend that left knee, sweep yourself up. And find a warrior two. So heel toe, the back foot perhaps further behind you as you open toward the right side wall. Drop the back arm, reach through the left one. And then cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Pivot on your back toes. And then step back again into a plank. Rock forward with the body and lower all the way to the belly, however you'd like to get there. Tent those fingers again nice and wide and roll up through the spine, through center, the upper spine, and down. We'll do 2 more of those. Roll up and down. Final time. Lift. Return to the earth. Hands draw in, press them into the earth so you can lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Then hover the knees and then lift them up into your dog. Hover and a crouch and lift. So 2 more. Last one, hover, rock forward a little so you're in more of a tabletop. And see if from the tabletop, this will be challenging. You can always have the knees down if you can round low back. So there's an addition here. And release. Round. And release a little. Could be back to what we did before. Trying to get into low back. Legs are on the mat. Little squeeze. Let's do 1 more. Back to neutral spine. See if you can rock. Then press the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Walk, walk, walk to the front of your mat or step. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rock forward a little bit on the feet. And exhale to start to roll up through the spine. A little faster here. Inhale as the arms reach overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Sit back with that left foot, short stance, warrior one. Lengthen that right leg as the arms reach high. Use your center as you fold. Lengthen through the spine and rotate toward your right. So that right arm might lift. And return the hands to the earth, only to bend that lead leg. You feel strong, press up, back up to stand in your warrior one. Then open the back leg or back foot up. Find your warrior two here. And sweep that arm forward, pivot on the back toes. Hands can come down. Step back into plank. Find your version of the chaturanga here as you press, as you lower, lower, lower. And let's lower onto the belly actually. Hands tent again. This time look to the left. Lift through the spine, and then come back to center with the head. Look to the right, lift through upper spine, head back to neutral and lower. Left, right. One more round each side. Left, right, and lower. Hands come close to the body. Press into your palms and lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Bend those knees to hover and then draw them up back into down dog. Hover, down dog. 2 more. The last one, hover the knees, come forward into your tabletop here. Round low back if you can, and release a little. Round, so suction cup knees to center, and release a little. 2 more. Last one. And legs nice and high, or hips nice and high. Down dog. Walk, 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 or step to the front of your mat. Hands to shins halfway, lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Then exhale to start to roll up through the spine. Inhale as the arms circle. And exhale, return the hands to heart center. Step back, short stance for warrior one with that right leg. Arms reach up as you lengthen the lead leg. This time, hands will come directly out from the shoulder. Peel back that left hand along the right arm and return. Peel back and return. See if you can keep the hips forward here. I've done this before. This is great for the spine. Upper spine rotation. Last one, draw back and reach the body forward and that right hand to the outside of the left leg, left elbow high. If you'd like, you could lengthen your left arm. And let's see if we can bend that lead leg and sweep that right arm up and back, left arm forward, exalted warrior. And then frame the front foot and step back into your plank again. Lower all the way onto the belly. Tent those fingers out nice and wide, or cactus arms. Look to the right and lift up through upper spine. Look to neutral as you lower. Look to your left. Roll through spine. Look to center. Other side. Legs and pelvis must be grounded. Belly button light. One more each side. Final time. Nice. Hands come close to the body. Press yourself up into your downward facing dog. Walk, 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 or step forward to the front edge of your mat. Hands press into the shins as you lengthen your spine. And exhale to fold. Take a final breath into the sides of the ribs here, lighten in the heels. And exhale to roll up, evenly pressing through feet. Soft shoulders. Arms will circle as you inhale. And hands draw to the heart again. Step back with that left foot, short stance here, warrior one legs. Lengthen that lead leg as the arms reach, 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 reach. Hands draw in front of the body directly from the shoulder. That right hand draws back and returns. Draw it back, bow and arrow. Return. 3 more.
Hug muscle to bone in those legs. The last one, draw back. The body leans forward, that left hand to the outside of the right leg. Opposite elbows nice and high. Upper spine rotation. Maybe you lengthen top arm. And rebend that right knee. Sweep that left arm up and back as the right arm comes forward and up to exalted. And hands can frame front foot. Step back into your lunge to find your plank. And this time, regular chaturanga. So you might hover if you'd like. Find your version of the up dog. And exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal those feet. How are you doing? Nice work. Let's lower those knees back down. Walk the hands in just a little here. Press through them. And round your spine, the whole thing. And arch. So let the whole thing go. If you'd like, you could always keep the head still too. Rest of the spine could move. Just flossing it out. One more time around. Stay rounded. Maybe that little rock again. Whole spine rounded. And lower onto the belly. One final time here. And fingertips. Your fingertips reach toward your toes as you lift up through the upper body. If you'd like, the legs could also lift. Locust. Roll the shoulders open. And breathe. Nicely done. Lower right back down. Hands can press into the earth so you can find your variation of child's pose, whether you'd like narrow or wide today. Roll up through the spine. If you can sit on your shins, feel free to do so, or you could sit cross-legged. From here, that left arm can reach up and over and return. Just a little bit of side body work here. Or stretch and mobility, rather. Let's do two more. Last one, reach and pause. Breathe into the sides of the ribs. And return to center. Opposite arm reaches up and over. And tall spine. Reach up and over. And long spine. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, reach over and stay. Wide breath in and exhale to return to center. Let's lengthen those legs out in front of us. Arms can circle overhead and fold. Stay in the fold this time. If it's too much, one leg could remain bent and the other one long for about 5 breaths, and then switch sides.
If doing one-sided switch. Another inhale. And exhale to restack the spine.
You can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so you can see better. Legs can go nice and wide.
Walk those hands forward through center into the forward fold. Active legs press into the earth here. Sweep your hands over to your right and take that left hand, slide it along the right arm and peel it open, just like we did standing, and then circle it closed. Peel it open and circle it closed. Just a few like this. Two more. Last one, reach open, maybe come up a little, and then reach, 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 and side bend. You're right. Hips are grounded. And then return to center. Sweep the hands over toward your left. That right hand will slide along the left arm and open. And sweep closed. Peel back. And circle your arm. And some length across the chest. One more time. Open and reach. Come up a little with the spine. Anchor through pelvis. And then side bend from there. Let's slide those hands back into the middle and toward your body. Draw those feet together. In a cobblers. The feet can be far from the body as well. That can create a little more ease if you find your rounding and low back. Here we're looking to sit up nice and tall. Hands could also weave underneath the thighs, or the thighs, the shins, and lean forward. Another inhale and exhale, to sit up nice and tall. Take your left leg underneath your right one. That right one can cross. Sit up nice and tall here and rotate toward the top thigh. Maybe come out a little and back in. Come out and in with the breath. Use it to strengthen, lengthen. And pause in the rotation. You could stay right here, or maybe you'd like to move through the neck. Either rock that side to side or a little yes, no. Only if it feels good. And return to center with your gaze. That top leg could come in front, or the shins could cross. Ooh, flex top ankle, very, very important here. So leg could be in front if you'd like to. And then maybe there's a lean, maybe not. from a grounded place, little lean. Let's sit up nice and tall. This will feel a little awkward, but side bend to your left and to your right, just to see how that feels. More time each side. And a final time. Nice. Open those arms, chest broadens. And we'll switch sides. So that left leg will come across the new bottom leg. Find your sits bones and use your breath to explore this rotation. Once you feel settled, stay in the rotation. Backhand can help you stay tall. And then if you'd like, move through the neck. More breaths. You ground through the pelvis. Inhale. And exhale to return your torso forward. Uncross your top leg and see if you can stack the shins or that left leg is in front. Little lean forward here. Inhale and exhale to roll up through spine, side bend to your right and your left. One more each way. And inhale and through center, arms open. And then release the legs. Find your side body and roll onto the spine. Hug knees into chest if you'd like. Lengthen legs just one time. And then find your version of Savasana today. Maybe you'd like the feet planted and a little pillow underneath your seat, or legs long. Lots of choice here. Take another breath in. Maybe side out. Again. Final inhale, widen. Exhale, soften. Begin to add movements into the fingers and toes. Let those movements grow. Maybe a long body stretch. Another knee hug as you roll to one side. In your own time, press yourself up to a seated position. Shoulder rolls. Maybe lower the head one way and the other. Or you return your gaze to center. And sweep those arms overhead. And draw them to your heart. Thank you for practicing with me today. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. I hope you'll join me again for one of the February challenge classes. See you soon.